Hey, good evening, everyone. Dom here, bringing on podcast ZWrestletalkradio. And today we're going to talk about WrestleMania, which is like a week and 2 days, 9 days away. How are you doing, Bubba?
I'm doing very good.
Yeah, this is my my partner, my tag team partner, Mike. Who does a wrestling podcast with me. Wrestling fans since we're like 2 years old. I remember, I used to be able to call the matches before even being able to speak properly. That was how much of a big fan I was back in the day. And I remember going to wrestling here in Quebec. We had wrestling tapings in a small TV studio called TVA back in the day. I remember being scared of Abdullah Butcher, being scared of Kamala. I remember seeing King Tonga, back then. The Rougeau brothers were a big deal over there. It was good old days, brother.
That's right, yeah.
What do you remember the most about those promotional days, here in Quebec, the wrestling promotion that was here?
It was a good time, yeah. It
was a good time. Which wrestlers do you remember the most?
The Rougeau brothers.
The Rougeaus? Do you say the Rougeau were pioneers of wrestling industry here in Quebec?
Yes.
They were? I think so. I think Dino Bravo was one of them too.
That's right.
I think that a lot of guys came through the territory here. Andre the Giant came here. A lot of guys came through the territory here.
That's right.
Pat Patterson.
Haku, yeah.
Haku was awesome. I remember King Tonga was a major star just before moving to the WWE. And we lost almost everybody at once. Haku left with Dino Bravo and the Rougeaus. And then it was kind of going downhill from there.
That's right. Exactly, yeah.
So, but today is the day to talk about the upcoming WrestleMania 33. It's getting closer, 9 days away. And also talk about the NXT TakeOver, that to me, I'm as excited about TakeOver as I am about WrestleMania. What about you?
Well, of course, definitely, yeah.
I think there's just something about NXT that just makes me feel great, makes me feel good, makes me feel alive. I don't know what it is. When we watch NXT, there's just a feeling, that I have that just brings out the best of the wrestling fan in me. I just love the presentation. I love the guys, the music, the lightning, everything.
Definitely, it's a great promotion, yeah. Definitely.
It's absolutely amazing. I've always said, WrestleMania is for the casual fan, the entertainment fan.
Right.
And NXT TakeOver is for the
hardcore fans.
The wrestling fans.
That's right.
Don't be scared to use that word, wrestling fan. We love wrestling, and this is what it's all about. WWE, in my mind, still stands for World Wrestling Entertainment.
Of course.
Now, a lot of the entertainment took over the wrestling.
Exactly.
But NXT TakeOver, wrestling takes over the entertainment.
Exactly, yeah. That's right.
Because you can mix the two, it's not a big problem. I loved the characters back in the day, in the 80s. A lot of the work was done around the characters and everything, but the wrestling was not as good as it is today. But still, I was a big fan of Randy Savage against Macho Man Randy Savage, against Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3, which was probably the first big time match that I saw, even though we can still debate to this day that the reason why the stadium was filled was because of Andre and Hogan.
Right.
You still had a good mix-up of, wrestling and entertainment.
That's right.
And big-time names. And now at WrestleMania 33, you can still see that
the same pattern.
The same pattern, right? Exactly, with Goldberg and Lesnar. And not saying that Lesnar is not a good wrestler, he's a good wrestler, but Goldberg, 50 years old, spear, jackhammer. Is it going to be longer than that? I don't know.
I hope so.
I don't know if he's able to.
Well, I hope so, because it's going to be probably the main event. So
it will be the main event.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 7-hour long pay-per-view.
Well, with the pre-show, yeah. With
the pre-show. So if he hit the ring at 11:50, by God, we know it won't last until 12:30, right?
Not like the other pay-per-views.
I would say,
yeah.
My guess is maybe a 5-minute match is just about as close as you can get out of Goldberg.
I hope so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe a 5-minute back and forth, or maybe... my prediction was that Goldberg would hit the spear right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then want to put Brock in the jackhammer, and he would counter with the F5 and that'd be all. You know that I know that sucks, right?
Yeah.
But
sure.
you know, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, we've seen worse. You know, from the WWE.
Yeah.
It could be it. You know, like Brock wouldn't take any bump. Well, a spear, but Goldberg would be overconfident, try to put him in a jackhammer, and then reverse into F5.
Yeah.
How about kick out, and then it goes from there?
Definitely. It'd be
So you get your holy shit, it's over. No, it's not. Holy God, he kicked out, and then the match can pick up and have a few moves, and
awesome. Definitely. Yeah.
maybe even in the jackhammer, and Brock can kick out, and then Brock do an F5 second time around, pins him. I don't know. It could be. The only thing is we won't be throwing him around like he did with Cena or
No, not the Suplex City.
Seth Rollins or Reigns, guys that can take it. We can see that when Brock is in the ring with a guy that can take it, he can deliver pretty good matches, like against Luke Harper. When he's in the ring against a guy as fragile as porcelain, like Randy Orton, Triple H, or Undertaker, can work miracles because he's a stiff guy. He has to protect
Well, look at last
his
year.
opponent.
Well, last year, Brock Lesnar against Dean Ambrose. I mean, yeah.
Well, that's probably the one that the most disappointing because I know Dean can take a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
So Brock just didn't seem to be into the match. Like Dean said on the podcast, you know, was met with laziness.
Right.
I think Brock just wasn't into it and was not prepared to go full tilt because of his UFC match.
I guess so, yeah.
And Dean was unlucky to be his opponent.
That's probably why, yeah, because he was worried about his UFC match, yeah.
Exactly. So Dean got the short end of the stick at the end of the day. You know, he's the one that suffered from it.
Yeah.
And this year could turn things around against Baron Corbin. We can talk about this match first, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited about it because, you know, it's been finally announced. Baron Corbin for the IC title against Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
What is your opinion, Mike? Who do you think is going to win?
I think Dean Ambrose is going to win.
I agree. Totally agree.
But it's going to be a great match, yeah.
But it could be a breaking star match for Baron.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he's ready yet to get to that top level. But
No.
Dean needs a win. It's just like a consolation prize for last year. Dean, you know, we get your win back because last year he was screwed. You know, it was screwed by Brock and the WWE. And I think that he deserves to have a good match this year. Like maybe they'll have a stipulation.
I don't know.
Maybe the match could go out, you know, and keep going during WrestleMania. Can keep fighting, you know, through everywhere in the building. I don't know. They can do something special.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because I don't think there's been no stipulation, right, on the match.
Not
Just
yet.
a regular match.
Not yet, no.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they had a stipulation like a.
Probably going to be a street fight because they had the forklift and everything. So I mean,
Yeah, definitely. So that would give Dean the chance to probably put the weapons he wanted to use last year to use against Corbin, because I don't think Corbin would oppose to that. He would probably be happy to put on a show and steal a show with or Ambrose if both guys work hard and are allowed to go.
they have the time to do it.
They have the time to do it, and they will.
Yeah.
I think this could be a sleeper match. It could be one of the best matches on the card.
Right. Definitely.
Because Ambrose is at his best when he cuts loose, you know?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And that against Corbin, a young kid, you know, strong as oak, and that can go.
Yeah.
I think it could be a stiff match.
Yeah, definitely.
And my pick is Dean retaining the title.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
The other match, you know, we have to talk is the now very surprised, you know, that they took the belt off American Alpha so quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will lead up to something with them and Kurt Angle, or them leaving Raw and join SmackDown and join Raw to be with Kurt Angle. It could be, you know?
Yeah, it could be.
Especially if they don't get to be on the WrestleMania card and the Usos get to challenge somebody and the Hardy Boys come out. I'm so excited about it. You know, I'd rather never see those two guys. I never liked them anyway, even when they were back in the day. I think Jeff Hardy is the most overestimated wrestler in the history of the business. Matt sucked. Now he had that broken Hardy character, but he won't be able to bring it to the WWE.
Nope.
So without that character, he's still just a 40-something old guy that wasn't good 20 years ago, 15 years ago. So he's not any good anymore. Yeah. So and Jeff, you know, with years of drug abuse and all the shit that he went through, you know, the broken legs and everything, he can't go anymore either. So, you know, besides the oh my God moment, the holy shit moment. It wouldn't be, it'd be like, oh, it's a WrestleMania surprise, the Hardy Boys.
Well, yeah,
but
anytime you see a return, it's fun. But I mean,
But to me, I'm so totally over those old guys coming back and stealing the spotlight from the young guys. I can give you an example of that, but being turned into positive was when the Dudley Boys came back.
Yeah.
They came back, they probably won 2 matches in the whole year they were there.
Exactly.
They were there to do a job. I heard Bully Ray talk last week, and he said, you know what, we knew what the deal was.
Exactly.
We're there to put over the young kids.
And they did very good, yeah.
They did a great job of it. A lot of people saying your last run was disappointing. No, they did what they had to. If the Hardys were to come back to do the same thing for teams like the New Day or Enzo and Cass or the American Alpha or the Revival or DIY, I'd be okay with that. But if they come back to have a title run, I'm like, holy shit, why?
Right.
It's bad enough that we have a 50-year-old champion.
Yeah, exactly.
And a 17-year-old, 19-year-old European champion.
UK champion.
UK champ, God, could be his grandfather.
Yeah.
The kid, I'm very disappointed, though, that he haven't announced the match yet for the UK title.
I don't know if they're going to do it at WrestleMania
with
or
Tyler Bate.
Maybe at NXT TakeOver.
Could be a good idea to have Taylor Bate. And maybe a triple threat like we talked earlier with Mark Andrews and Pete Dunne.
Exactly, yeah.
I see great things for Pete Dunne, in the future.
Me too.
But
I definitely see him on the main roster, definitely.
Yeah, he's great. And that would be exciting. But, to keep up with, I think the Usos will probably be in the ring challenging anybody. And then maybe the Hardys could attack the Alpha and get in the ring and maybe have that nostalgic moment and win the titles.
Yeah.
But, I wouldn't be up for that. But if they come in the ring, have a good match and lose, good for the Usos.
Right.
At least the Usos will be on the main card.
At least, yeah.
Which is good. They've never been on the main card, even though they've been in WWE for years and been the best tag team in WWE for years.
Yeah, last year they had a match at the pre-show.
And one thing that I really don't understand, when you had them coming up dancing and everything with the cheesy music and all the things, and people starting slowly to turn against them, just let them be themselves like they're on Talking Smack. These guys you can't boo the Usos. You just want to have a beer, like Renee Young says. They're the coolest guys on the roster. Just let them be themselves. They're great at talking. Just let them be like a second version almost of the X, making fun of everybody. They could be like eelish faces, very arrogant. Yep. And imagine if they cut loose a guy like Gallows and Henderson, the skits they could have.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you haven't watched Southpaw Wrestling and you didn't see Gallows and Henderson, those guys are absolutely hilarious. When they're unscripted and they can come up with their own shit, unlike the segments, they were presented with, they did the whole day and whatever. They're just writers, fucking shitty writers, writing stuff for wrestlers. They have no clue how to present them.
That's right.
But if they were allowed to be themselves, like you can hear them on the podcast with Jericho, these guys are hilarious. They make great, comedians. They can imitate about any wrestler's voice. They're great. Oh, yeah. Just let them be themselves. The Usos, the same thing,
But that's the problem with WWE. They're so scripted. That's the problem. Yeah, definitely.
It's a big problem. Yeah, we still watch it, but damn, it could be so much better.
Yeah,
so much better if they just cut them loose. And, if they cut him loose, a few guys would have to turn up the volume because Roman is so soft-spoken that he'd need to crank it up a little bit. But, it beats his soccer coach, whatever. So, lines that defeat him and tater tots and shit like that, I know. I'm not blaming the wrestlers. I'm blaming those, I fail at Hollywood writer, so I made it to the WWE,
But I think Roman is better now, at least.
Yes, he is. He is better as a silent ass kicker, he's never doubted Roman's ability to wrestle. He's great.
Right.
I would love him to maybe incorporate new moves into his moveset a little bit. I think he's over relying on the same moves, match in, match out. I was talking with my friend at work, Remy, and he was talking about Roman. I said, damn, he's always doing the same moves. And it just gets repetitive, maybe because we see him so often.
But that's the same thing with a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the old days. Hulk Hogan was always the same thing.
I know, but when you have so much athleticism, and you know that he can probably deliver drop kicks and stuff like that, shoulder tackles from the top rope.
Of course.
The best example is Sheamus.
Right.
Damn, the guy is bigger than Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And this guy can do it all.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people complain. I love Sheamus. You know, Rusev and Sheamus. These guys are awesome. But Sheamus is probably one of the best wrestlers on the roster. And he's strong as a bull. And he can fly, you know. And he's a believable ass-kicking guy.
Right. Definitely.
And he's turned into a very, very good character lately, right?
Yes, definitely, yeah. With Cesaro was great, yeah.
It's awesome, you know. So now that we're talking about Cesaro and Sheamus, how about the triple threat between them and the tag team champs, you know, Gallows and Anderson, and Enzo and Cass? What's your prediction for this match? I'm very excited about this match.
Yeah, it's going to be a good match. The winner of the match, I think, is going to be probably Gallows and Anderson. You
think they'll retain?
Yeah.
I think that we have the, finally, because there's so much you can do until somebody stops caring about a guy if they keep losing. Mm-hmm. And Enzo and Cass, you know, are way overdue. You know, they haven't won the title in NXT.
Well, definitely, yeah.
Not yet. Enzo lately has been horrific in the ring. And I mean, terrible. Not in a good way.
Thank God he has Cass.
And so if you want to do something, now's the time to maybe make them win the title.
Yeah.
And maybe become heel.
I don't know.
I would turn them heel.
I don't know. Yeah.
Enzo is heel anyway.
Well, yeah.
He gets cheered. Is probably the two most over guys on the roster right now.
Of course.
But they're heels, the way they talk. You know, just let them be, you know, like arrogant like they are and cut promos against New Day and stuff like that. And you'd have pretty entertaining tag team champions.
Well, definitely, yeah.
Especially if you promote guys like Revival. They had a good feud with Revival on NXT.
Definitely, yeah.
That'd be exciting. So my prediction is Enzo and Cass.
Yeah.
Finally winning. Or if they don't, you know, maybe separating. And Big Cass going in singles.
Yeah.
Enzo. But why do that when they're your number one merch sellers?
I think it's too soon.
Yeah, exactly. They still have a lot of mileage left.
They sell a lot of merchandise, so yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's too soon.
So, prediction, Enzo and Cass. Yours is Gallows Anderson. That's good because we'll be able to compare at the end of the day. You know how much I don't give a shit about women's matches, but we still have to cover it. So, the SmackDown women's match, open invitation to everybody.
Right.
Rumors are Summer Rae could be in a match, Emma could be in a match, and stuff like that. Kelly.
Yeah.
So, not caring at all, I think Bliss retains. That's what I think. What do you think?
Probably, yeah. She retains, yeah.
Or maybe now Naomi can make a surprise comeback and win.
If she's healthy, yeah. Could be.
You know, at home, Florida.
Right.
That'd be cool.
She's from Orlando, yeah.
Because I love Naomi. I really do.
Me too. And it'd be a good moment for her to win in her hometown, yeah.
I think she's the most athletic woman on the roster, and she's she's good looking too, and very entertaining, very cool.
Yeah.
And she's with Jimmy Usos, my brothers. You know, I love them. So, I think that...
Yeah.
You know, I'm pulling for Naomi win.
And me too. Yeah.
That'd be cool for on Raw. You know, like the 4-way match between Charlotte, Nia Jax, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. Who do you think is going to win?
I would say Bayley.
You think Bayley? Yeah, I think so. I think Bayley retains.
Yeah.
Maybe pinning Sasha.
Yeah.
And starting their feud.
Yeah.
Have Sasha turn heel at her after that.
Definitely, yeah.
That'd be something cool.
Yeah.
So that way you protect Charlotte and you protect Nia Jax.
Exactly.
And you start a feud.
Yeah.
So that'd be good. But they need more than just these 4 women. They need to bring somebody on Raw, you know, and do like SmackDown does, you know, to promote them better.
Well, definitely, yeah. Yeah.
So, and after that, you know, you got the U.S. title match between my man, Kevin Owens, and Chris Jericho. Please, never, ever retire Jericho. That's going to be his new name for me, you know. Chris never, ever retire.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is amazing, you know. We're just trying to buy his T-shirt. You're a stupid idiot. His new T-shirt, you know, just made the list. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He seems to get better with age.
He's better now than he was before. It's amazing. He had a great career.
He is. You know, I'm thinking, you know, when I made my list on ZWrestletalk.com, if you haven't watched it, ZWrestletalk.com, you can watch. I did the list of my list of the top 30 WWE superstars of all time. And on top of the list was Chris Jericho. And I was expecting way more, Like, are you fucking crazy? You know, The Rock, Steve Austin, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, or whatever, Shawn Michaels, or The Undertaker, or...
Yeah.
And no, not a lot. Wow. A lot of people say, wow, you know, I agree.
Well, yeah.
Because when you look at it...
He's had a great career.
Yeah, for the longevity of his career.
A long time.
And he keeps reinventing himself all the time.
Well, yeah. But of course, a few years ago, he left and came back. But I mean, you know, every time he comes back, he gets better. So yeah, it's amazing.
It's incredible. You know, the list is more over than 90% of the roster.
Well, yeah.
You know, and who's to blame, you know, for the Kevin Owens turning on him? I still blame Jim and Marvin Luther. You know, that... Oh, yeah. You know, I could have Ralph Guggenheim or Friendship the Magician, but I still think it's Jim and Marvin Luther's fault, you know?
Well, of course.
Because he's Jimin, right?
That was so funny, yeah?
It was so funny, you know, Friendship the Magician.
Yeah.
So that was incredible. I think it was the coolest segments we've seen in years.
Yeah.
That painting, you know, you got no pants.
Have kids.
Kids. I got kids, you know. You don't need pants when it's art.
Amazing.
It was amazing. So I think here we're going to be in for... if it's true that Chris will leave after WrestleMania, then maybe Kevin will win and then beat him and send him home for a few months.
Yep.
Or not. Could be a double DQ, or it could be maybe an upset and Jericho wins and keep the feud going. I don't know. I think KO is going to win.
I think KO has to win, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's going to be a great match. I think they can pull probably the match of the night if they want to.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Because not just the wrestling, but the facial expressions and all those things, you know, they could... Right. You know, what about even if KO wins, finally after the match, Jericho is finally able to say, Kevin Owens, you just made the list!
Yeah, but don't forget...
Because he keeps getting cut every time he wants to say it.
Don't forget, he doesn't have a list anymore.
No!
Last week he tore up the list. Kevin Owens tore up the list.
You know, he's going to do a brand new one, you know, with only one name on it.
Okay.
Kevin Owens.
There you go.
Could do like in the movie, you know, Shining.
Yeah.
You know, it's like hundreds of pages with the same word, you know, red rum, red rum, red rum. It could have like 50 pages. KO, KO, KO.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
So, yeah. No matter who wins this match, I think the fans will be the winners at the end.
Well, definitely, yeah.
Because it's so entertaining, you know. They're so entertaining.
Yeah.
And, there's going to be other great matches, too. You know, how about that unsanctioned match between Triple H and the man, Seth freaking Rollins?
Oh, that's going to be awesome, yeah.
You know, Seth is a machine, and I think that if he's unleashed, it could be the most electrical moment of the night, and I think Seth is not going to just win the match, he's going to kick Triple H's ass.
Definitely. Yeah.
And maybe get mauled after it. If he's not ready to come back full-time for, let's say, a month or two,
right,
could win and then have Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens and maybe Bobby Roode or somebody else attack him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, so that could be a way to explain that he's still... Because even if he will wrestle, but I mean...
He will, but he won't be 100%.
He won't be 100%. He's not coming back full-time until, I think, May or April, or June.
Maybe SummerSlam.
Exactly. So, but what a great way to do it than beat Triple H.
Well, yeah.
So I think Seth's going to win.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. Yeah.
But then get ass whipping.
Yes, that's right.
But it's going to be great, no matter what. You know, just the pop he will receive. I love Seth. You know, he's my favorite wrestler. I've said it before.
Well, yeah. And plus, he missed WrestleMania last year. So
oh, yeah.
He has to be there. Yeah.
He's the new Daniel Bryan in terms of, you know, wrestling is his life.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You know, wrestling is his life. You know, that's a guy dedicated to the WWE 100%.
It is, definitely. Yeah.
So I love the kid. So, yeah, it's going to be a great match. I'm very excited about it. You know, never in my life would I have expected to say what I'm going to say right now, but I will say it. I am very disappointed for Big Show not to have anything at WrestleMania besides the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, because I think that the way he trimmed down and everything and the way he wrestled against Braun Strowman, it would have been a great match at WrestleMania.
You should have that match at WrestleMania, yeah.
And they blew it away on Raw. It was a great match, but they should have kept it for WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's too bad, yeah.
And it would be great, you know, if Big Show was in the ring and challenged Braun to a match, and Braun would win, but it would be a great match.
Well, definitely, yeah.
So talking about the Under the Giant Battle Royal is going to be a mix-up of all. If Strowman is there, of course Strowman's going to win.
He has to be in there.
If Strowman is in a match with Big Show or somebody else, maybe have an upset. A guy like Eric Rowan, maybe winning it, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Apollo Crews or a guy you want to push.
Mojo Rawley.
Yeah. That could be something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Benjamin can come back and he's ready, why not Shelton Benjamin?
I don't know. Yeah.
So yeah, but not a lot of excitement about Battle Royal that will last about 10 minutes, and the first 17 wrestlers will be eliminated within 2 minutes.
And it's going to be on the pre-show.
Yeah, maybe not. Not last year. It was during the card.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very respectful for Under the Giant. Personally.
No, to have it like a bottom feeder of the card, like it's not important.
No, it's not like Money in the Bank.
Yeah, Money in the Bank is a big deal.
Right.
Money in the Bank is a big deal, and you can see it. It's very
Yeah, that's it.
So AJ Styles now with Shane McMahon. I know. I always say I hate when part-timers come and steal a spotlight from guys, but with Shane, it's a different deal because Shane doesn't steal anything from anybody.
Well, no.
Shane is a billionaire. Shane's got 3 kids.
Right.
He's got kids. Sorry, Slater.
Yeah.
He's got kids. I know you got kids too. But Shane doesn't need it at all.
No.
And he's doing it for the fans. And he's doing it for his opponent.
Exactly.
So whatever Shane's going to do at WrestleMania is going to be for AJ Styles.
Of course.
And he's going to give himself, no pun intended, to AJ Styles. And he's going to have the biggest ass whipping ever. And he will still probably jump off the Titantron or something like that. And leave everybody like, holy shit. Because this is Shane McMahon.
Or definitely through a table, yeah. Definitely.
And this is what Shane does.
That's right.
So last year, jumping off the Hell in a Cell. This year, how about the Titantron?
Oh, boy. I don't know. Yeah.
And missing it.
Wow.
And then have AJ do the Styles Clash, with a broken down Shane.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be amazing. Of course, AJ's going to win, but it's going to be, I think, the sleeper match on the card.
I think so, yeah.
And a lot of people, expect, he's going to be good. It's Shane, Shane is entertaining. He's in the best shape of his life.
Oh, yeah.
And besides his punches, great athlete.
Right.
And AJ Styles, best in the world, baby. Best in the world. So it's going to be a good, exciting match.
I think so, yeah, definitely.
Very excited about this match. I can't wait to watch it. It's going to be great.
Me too, yeah.
And, so we're now down to the last few matches on the card. Another few matches that are very interesting to me is Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, because like I said before, don't expect it to be like a 10-minute match, but I think at the end of the day, Goldberg is going to lose his title, and that's going to be Brock, part-time champion again. Yeah. But I think it's leading to a SummerSlam between Roman and Brock.
I think so too, yeah.
Probably going to hold the title until SummerSlam and lose it to Brock to Roman.
I think so, yeah.
So I think that no matter how it plays out, like we said earlier in the podcast, I think it's going to be Brock winning the title.
Definitely, I think so, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, and how about the WWE World Title? Bray Wyatt, finally WWE champion against Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of things can come into play. First of all, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
Right.
Maybe Bo Dallas. There's been some rumors.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, wow. Bray said in an interview he's very interested in working with his brother.
Well, yeah.
And we haven't seen Bo in a while, so how about he joins his brother?
That'd be awesome, yeah.
That'd be incredible because, in terms of talent, Bo is as good as Bray.
Yeah.
He's not as good. On the mic, he's pretty good. I would give him 9 out of 10 compared to 10 out of 10 for Bray.
Right.
But in the ring, I would probably say that Bo is a little better athlete than Bray. Yeah. A little bit smaller. Yeah. Maybe not as explosive as Bray is, but very good wrestler nonetheless.
Definitely, yeah.
So I expect it to be. I don't expect because I'm not sure, but I hope for a Bray Wyatt win because I never liked Orton, never will like Orton. I think he's the most boring guy on the roster. I think he's fragile. He's like a little porcelain doll. You have to be careful with him. He's unreliable in the ring. He can phone in performances. Yeah, he does a beautiful RKO. But I hope and pray that Bray's going to kick his ass and win.
I think so, yeah.
You think so too?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Randy Orton. I think he's the most overrated guy in WWE history.
Yeah.
And I don't think he deserves to be a 12-time or 14-time. I don't give a shit how many times he's had the title.
12.
Because back in the day, they would win, get it back, so it doesn't really matter. But I just think he's been a mid-carder at best. He's never been the guy.
He's been a world champion.
And I don't like him. I don't like his attitude, and I don't like the fact that he's in one of the main events. I would have preferred to see anybody else but him in the main event. So I would have preferred to see AJ Styles or Luke Harper.
Well, yeah.
Especially Luke Harper.
Well, especially AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
But now, I have to admit that the storyline has been pretty good.
It's good. With Shane, yeah.
Yeah. With the storyline with Luke and Randy and Bray.
Yes.
And the old Sister Abigail burning down the compound and everything. It was very entertaining. So it's going to be a good match. And I expect Bray to still be champion at the end of the day.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't know, brother, because we're doing off the cuff. I'm not on my Google page of WrestleMania. I think we've covered every match. We forgot a few.
The Cruiserweight match.
Oh, my God. My bad. That's going to be one of my favorite matches on the card.
Oh, yeah.
Neville against Austin Aries. What's your pick?
Austin Aries, new champ.
No, I think Neville's going to keep the title for at least a year.
We'll see. Yeah.
I really hope that Neville's going to be like the dominant champion for a while until maybe a guy like Ricochet comes in.
Yeah.
Or Will Ospreay or a guy like that. But I think that it's going to be a good match.
Definitely.
It might end up maybe with Neville cheating, but I can see Neville still champion at the end of the day.
Yeah, we'll see, yeah.
But it's going to be a good match.
Definitely, yeah. It should be a great match.
I really hope they're going to have more than just 10 minutes to put on a performance because, they deserve it.
Yeah.
And maybe you'd be scared to go like, oh my God, you don't want to steal a spotlight away from the top matches, but this, I don't think they will, cut their match too short. I think they're going to have at least a good 15 minutes to go.
Well, yeah, I hope so, yeah.
And then what about The Undertaker and Roman Reigns?
Oh, definitely Roman Reigns, yeah. Yeah.
Think Roman's going to win? Me too. I think it's going to be Roman winning. If they expect us to be like the passing of the torch moment with the way the fans have been reacting, I don't think it will go down that way, but it will be an entertaining match.
Yeah.
I just don't see the crowd, cheering for Roman.
No, probably not, no.
So that's the only thing, that might be disappointing, but it's going to be a good match.
Definitely, yeah. It should be a good match.
I would have preferred to have Bray in a match to protect Undertaker since he's so injured and basically...
yeah, but they did that last year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to put like a triple threat match, but...
I don't know.
I think it's going to be like a 10-minute match. Yeah, and a few spears and a clean win.
Yeah.
Will it be the last time we see Undertaker? Well, I hope so. Because, to me... He should have retired years ago.
Well, the streak was over. He should have retired.
Yeah, he's a shell of the wrestler he was. It's sad to see him in the ring limping.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's going to be the last ride for the dead man.
Well, I hope so, yeah. Another match is, of course, John Cena and Nikki against The Miz and Maurice. I was surprised you here, but I'm excited about this match. Yeah.
Because SmackDown is so good at promoting their stuff that you can't help but be behind The Miz. Because what he says... makes a lot of sense. What Maurice says makes a lot of sense. The skits they did to imitate the Bellas and Cena has been amazing. I love The Miz. To me, The Miz is. I don't think he's the most underrated guy anymore because now he's not underrated. Everybody knows how good he is.
Right.
But I really love The Miz. I love the fact that he's a safe worker.
Yeah.
He's not the most athletic guy on the roster, but neither was Hogan. Neither was a lot of guys that were over back in the day.
No.
But he can keep it up with everybody. He can keep it up with a good wrestler like Ziggler or against Cena. It's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a pretty good match. And I expect at the end of the day an upset and Miz winning.
Wow. Yeah. Well, Miz and Maurice winning. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think so, or you think Cena?
No, I think The Miz and Maurice will win. Yeah.
Especially that Cena is going after that rumors until Survivor Series.
Again, yeah.
So it'll be gone for about 6 months. So what would be the point in winning?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that we got a pretty good card.
Yeah. A lot of guys have no matches. I mean, Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe. don't have a match.
Yeah, I don't understand. And Finn Balor.
Finn Balor's not going to be there.
You know, I think that Finn, they'll keep him for the Raw after.
Probably, yeah.
WrestleMania. They probably said, since we don't have any marquee match, why put him in a mid-card match?
Right.
When we can have his big moment.
Yeah.
Be the night after Mania.
I think so, yeah.
And he's getting back into the world title picture, of course.
He has to be. He never lost the belt.
Never lost the belt. So, and for Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe, you know, it could have been a good match for Mania, but what are they going to do? Be in the Under Giant Battle Royal?
I guess so. I don't know.
What would Samoa Joe gain by winning it?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Not much, no.
So I don't even see why they would put him there, because it would give Samoa Joe absolutely nothing to brag about.
Well, no. Huh?
Well, maybe Sammy. It would give him a little bit more credibility, especially the way he's been booked the last few months, losing.
Right.
There comes a point where an underdog has to win from time to time, because like I said, you know, there's so many losses until people stop thinking you're good enough to be facing the main guys on the roster.
Well, like Dolph Ziggler.
Now people stop caring. They don't care anymore. Why? Because he's been booked like a loser for so long that now people have accepted it.
Exactly.
You know, so sadly, he's still young enough in his WWE career that it's not at that point yet, but Sammy needs a winning streak, you know?
Definitely, yeah.
And move to SmackDown.
Well, I think they're going to have some changes coming up in the next few months there, yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Maybe that could be our... we've got 5 minutes left. How about what do you expect? Who do you expect the big names to be changing? If let's say they talk about 5 on each brand, that's the rumor mill. Said Dave Meltzer saying probably 5 guys on Raw and SmackDown. I would move New Day. Would count as 1 to SmackDown.
And like you said, Sami Zayn.
I would move Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
To SmackDown. I would move Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yep.
To SmackDown. Mm-hmm. I would also move Seth Rollins.
Yep.
To SmackDown.
Yep.
And maybe a mid-card guy like, my God, maybe Titus O'Neil or something like that.
Right.
And then I would move AJ Styles to Raw.
Definitely.
John Cena, when he's back to Raw.
Definitely.
I would move, since they'll probably, still mileage left, the Orton thing, and but move the American Alpha to Raw.
Yep.
Also probably move Breezango to Raw.
Yes.
And maybe Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
You know, or Mojo Rawley.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah.
So that would change the storylines and the possibilities of the storylines. Some people talking about maybe bring Dean Ambrose, since he's been feuding with everybody. But if you move those guys to Raw, Dean would have new faces to face.
Yeah.
So maybe bringing Dean to Raw.
Yeah.
Along with AJ would be a bold move. Definitely. But you need to give some big guys to SmackDown too, you know.
They're going to have Seth Rollins.
Yeah. If they had Seth Rollins. I don't think Roman is moving.
No.
I don't think so.
Probably not, no. But you're also going to have call-ups from NXT.
Yep, definitely.
The Revival, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, Elias Sampson, maybe Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, so.
Ty Dillinger, I would see him on SmackDown.
Right.
As one of the upper mid-card guys.
Yeah.
You know, with Sami Zayn moving, that would revitalize the mid-card division on SmackDown.
Right.
Because it's struggling right now. But if you put, you know, like 2 good faces like that, then you can take a guy like Rusev and bring him to SmackDown too.
Yes.
And even though I think Rusev would be perfect as a face, you know, when he comes back.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do, just minor swerves like that to put some more energy back in the product.
Well, definitely. I mean, that's right. Yeah.
But and you guys, you know, being promoted like Shinsuke, I would put Shinsuke on Raw.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
The Bright Lights Big City would fit him well, or maybe Shinsuke on SmackDown and Bobby Roode could join Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens as the new Evolution.
Wow.
Under Triple H.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
The Glorious One, the Destroyer, and the Prize Fighter.
Wow.
Not bad, right?
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our podcast. It's been brought to you by Dumb Ghost Hunter. Brought to you by beer.
Oh, yeah.
So, hopefully you enjoyed it. And we'll be back, probably do a podcast after Mania to review everything in the Raw after. So have a great week, everybody. And next week is WrestleMania week. So we're going to have something from Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, Wednesday NXT, Thursday the podcast
Bring it to the table.
Bring it to the table. Friday night is going to be the Hall of Fame. Saturday, my favorite event of the year, NXT TakeOver. And Sunday, WrestleMania 33. And then Monday Night Raw. So it's going to be incredible.
SmackDown.
We're going to have 10 consecutive days of wrestling, man.
Amazing, huh?
This is awesome.
The best time of the year.
Yeah, fight forever.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. So see you next time. Have a great WrestleMania week.